Hi, Coach. The team split the two games this past week, a win over Virginia and a loss to Florida State. Can you give us just a quick recap and what you saw from your team?
Sure. We had to play this week without arguably our most productive player, Kristen Doherty. And so, you never know how the team's going to react to that. And obviously, Kristen's been dealing with some back issues for a while, but some of the concussion symptoms from getting hit in the head recently, kept her out of those games. So, we go into our first game against Virginia after coming off of, 3 losses where we felt like we were right in games, an overtime loss, a 2-point, a buzzer beater, and you just wonder how the team's going to react. And I thought our team showed a ton of character against Virginia. We got ourselves down 15 points without Kristen, battled back, won that game in a really exciting fashion in front of a good home crowd. So I was really pleased with that. We went on the road at Florida State, and I would say quite the opposite reaction from really the team, and consequently my reaction to our play. I thought it was our poorest performance of the season. I thought we were undisciplined. When I watched that game, and unfortunately it was a TV game, a lot of people watch it, we don't look like a well-coached team. We don't look. In fact, I'm reviewing that film right now for practice today, and just a lot of fundamental errors, a lot of some lack of effort, which was really, really disappointing for me. So you know what, we're young. We've got some people that are still inconsistent. We've got some really, really good players, and obviously we can play really, really well when we've got it together. Now our job as a coaching staff and their job as players is to figure out, well, how do we get that together so that we're at our best consistently all the time, and really that's the task.
As you touched upon, Kristen Doherty's been out the last 2 games. Do you think that you can get someone to step up to fill that void, and if so, who might that be?
Sure. Well, what's hard about you can't replace a kid like Kristen. She does so many different things for us. So I would speak sort of section by section. From an offensive standpoint, Kelly Hughes has really, really as you say, stepped up from an offensive standpoint. Her attack, her body language, her confidence is really, really impressive. And what's allowed Kelly to go into our starting lineup and become a really productive player is she's also committed on the defensive end. And her improvements from a defensive standpoint are just remarkable. And that's allowed her to become a really productive player. And offensively, she's playing about as well as anybody in the conference right now. Nicole Boudreau, from a leadership standpoint, from that competitiveness piece that Kristen brings to us, that toughness piece. Nicole's also battling through some back problems, and that isn't always able to be in practice, and so just her finding ways to bring that energy. Katie Zenovich also from just an energy, leadership, toughness perspective. She needs to continue to step up in ways. And then from a defensive standpoint, Kristen covers so much court and does so many things for us from a defensive rebounding standpoint. That's a team thing. Everybody needs to be that much tighter, rebounding the ball, just covering court, getting their hands up, getting their hands on things. And so, it's a team deal. And from a coaching standpoint, we've got to be that much more on point, because there's times where a player like Kristen just goes and finds a pass and makes a play. And so I and my staff have to be that much more organized in terms of, hey, this is where we need to look, this is what we need to pick on. And so believe me, we're pointing the finger at ourselves as well.
We have a rivalry week coming up with Notre Dame and Syracuse. Can you talk about what the team might have to do against both of these teams?
Sure. Unfortunately, these players are too young to remember the Big East rivalries. This is Big East throwback week with Notre Dame and Syracuse. We approach every game. We really do the cliche, one game at a time. We really do. We're looking at Thursday. We've got another opportunity. We've got an undefeated number 2 team in the nation, an unbelievable, Notre Dame team on our home court here in Conte Forum, and what a great opportunity. We just watched Stanford, whose only loss was to UConn, just lose at Washington. And this was after the Florida State game. We were watching that game on TV, and our team discussion was, hey, why not us on Thursday? Why should Notre Dame get to go home undefeated on Thursday? So look, our players they're great kids. They're focused. We can't wait to get back in the gym. I think they're as upset and disappointed in their performance, our performance this weekend as I am. So what a great opportunity. And then not to look ahead too much, but look, Syracuse is a borderline top 25 team. They've been in and out of the top 25. Again, we were able to beat a very good Virginia team that's beaten a lot of teams, and no reason we can't go do it to Syracuse as well.
Rebounding has been a bit of an issue lately. Is that something that the team will look to focus on as they get back to practice today?
It better be. There were several things that I was disappointed in the Florida State game. The rebounding was probably the most glaring. Those rebounding numbers are as bad as we've seen. We got out-rebounded for our first several games this year, and we've really been able to mitigate that with just our organization and some toughness and, kids like Katie Zenovich, Kristen Doherty stepping up. We've gotten a lot more rebounding out of our guards, Kelly Hughes, Lauren Engown, Nicole Boudreau have been able to go and get us boards, and it was really a team breakdown. We got beat up, and I thought our energy and our hustle and just our toughness on the boards got less as the game went on, which was really disappointing. So yes, clearly that will be a focus of practice this week.
Thank you. And is there anything else that you'd like to add about the team?
Nope. Just like I said, can't wait to get back on the court on Thursday.
Thank you and good luck.
Thank you.